Good morning. My name is Seth, your Metro Detroit real estate expert, and today with me, as always, your national mortgage expert, Steve Ross. How you doing today, Steve?
Doing fantastic, Seth. How are you?
I am beautiful. July's report is in for Metro Detroit, so I'm going to go over that now. So listings month year over year for the year of 2024 and the month of July will be up 5.6%. So that's nice to see some more homes hitting the market. Closed sales are up 3%, so kind of coinciding with that. Days on market, 23 days. So we're still sitting under a month before properties go under contract. Average sales price ratio is 100.7%. Inventory is up 5.6%, but that number is kind of skewed because there's only 2.2 months of inventory, and I think it went up from like two, so it wasn't a huge substantial difference. Since the number is so low, it makes an impact on that percentage. What else do I have? Anything? Nope, that covers everything. Oh yeah,
That's all you got
appreciation.
today?
Appreciation. Where's that at? I had that on here. We were up like 11.7%, I believe. 11.7% for the average sales price ratio. So, or for the average sales price. And I did double check those numbers. So we are still appreciating it at a pretty high rate here in Metro Detroit right now.
So that's Metro Detroit 11.7% year over year.
Year over year, yeah. Yeah,
Woo!
Wayne County, excluding Detroit, the greater Wayne County was at, where were they at? 11.7%. So they were even bigger.
Wow.
And they're only
That's
17 days
wild.
in
That's
the market.
awesome.
Yeah, it's
Shout
pretty
out
awesome.
homeowners.
So what's
Good
going
move.
on with rates, Steve? Last week, I gave
So
a report with
yeah,
a six and a
so
half.
today was, the overall the news has been great for rates, right? Today we had some unemployment claims that came in lower than we thought, which is bad for rates. So we're seeing a little bit of a pop or almost like a correction today. So ultimately, the trend is really our friend, though. We're seeing 30-year rates trade around 6.5, 6.375%. So we're really making awesome progress from where we were even 60 to 90 days ago.
Hmm.
We're almost a full percent less than where we were at. So we are making up ground, and a lot of that. Remember, this big kind of rate rally started with some soft inflation data. And then we got the Fed came in, and the Fed spoke, and they were a little bit more on the dovish side, talking about, we see, we're basically on pace to lower rates. And September got people excited, and then the following jobs report disappointed. And then this week we got um, CPI, Consumer Price Index, so some inflation data that kind of came in exactly in line with expectations, which was just a sideways day for the market. And then today we're selling off a little bit or correcting some. And that's just because the unemployment numbers came in a little bit lower. The economy and that labor market is still showing some strength and resistance. Um, Although that doesn't necessarily equate to higher inflation. But the Fed's mandate, if you remember, so they have two jobs. Their job is to manage the price of goods and keep the prices of goods from rising more. They want to keep that at or below 2% per year. And then their other mandate is to maintain maximum employment. And so the one, a lot of the markets and the Fed people and the smart guys in the room feel like we have inflation is pretty well under control. Um, Everything that inflation doing right now is consistent for global pandemic recovery. So we are seeing um, inflation move our direction, which is a good thing. The employment market, though, is what they're really watching right now. That's still showing a lot of signs of strength. And so, why does why do jobs matter so much if it comes to lowering rates, right? And it's because if there are a lot of jobs being created, um, when you're in that position and people are getting new jobs, rather than the inflation impacting you to a point where you stop spending money, change your behavior, and keep some of your money in your pocket, you can just go find a new job that pays you a little bit more that can cover the increased price of goods. And therefore, inflation won't go down substantially or I don't know that word, like solid, right? Like it's like solidly heading or consistently really heading toward 2%. If you can just go out and get a new job and make more money, then you're not gonna change your habits. And what the Fed is really trying to do is, and the message is like, as Americans, we need to change our habits. So saw a little bit of unfriendly data today. Rates still trading in those mid 6% though, which is great. You know, tell everybody, you know, a 0.5%. The math that I do is super simple, right? A 0.5% on $100,000 is $500, right? And so $500 divided by 12 is $42 a month. So every 100 that you borrow in the last 3 weeks every 100,000 you borrow in the last 3 weeks has become $42 a month cheaper than it was the month before. And so if you're looking at a $300,000 home, your payment is now $120 less than it was, or $1,400 a year, which is a nice change. So we're headed in the right direction. It's just a bumpy road to get there. That's all.
Good deal. Anything else, Steve?
That's it, man. Just
Awesome.
rocking and rolling.
Beautiful deal. All right, guys. Well, we'll see you next week, same time. Thank you so much.
All right, take care.
All right, bye.